Okay, and we are back, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just forgot I had this running. Did I miss any interesting signal? Research. Yeah, we haven't missed any new text, but yeah, we ran out of fuel. Everything's just kind of running in the background, so we have not a lot of iron. Actually, speaking of which, I think what I'm going to do is turn that off because, um, yeah, we have a lot of backlog, which is great because that's what those chests are there for, to make sure the drills are empty for when I start them back up. But I don't think I need to worry about that right this very minute. And something tells me you two are working overtime. Yeah, we have a lot of backup, so you're pretty much done your job. Yeah, you too. Pull that up. Yeah, you ran out of that. So I got the extract I need. Which gave me not a lot of... Oh, wait, I forgot. I pulled all the fuel out and did biobricks. That's why the system just seized. It's because I took all the fuel out. I was like, wait, this ran long enough for everything to go bye-bye? No, I made dumb and let the system run without barely any fuel. So, in the meantime, I'm just gonna let the smelters run. Wow, I just had a lapse in my brain. Yeah, hold on to that 10 extra for me. But we have enough for 38 and 28. Yeah. Do. Ooh, that lines up perfectly. And I don't think I can shove anything down there. Nope. It's not gonna let me. So, instead, we will run it that way. And the big old plant is still there, which is wonderful. You, I don't need to worry about because you no longer require. And I'm just going to run the floor out. 3. Okay. But double tapping. I need... Let's work on the... What do I need for electrical components? Iron, wires. So that's ingots I don't have to worry about. Wires I do have to worry about. That's 2 machines just to make the electrical components to go into something. No. I'm gonna give myself a heart attack. I want to craft 5. And we will work our way backwards. Because in the end, I'm going to want 2 items at the moment. That one's going to be... This one is going to be somewhere is in front of my face and I'm not seeing it. Ah, here we are. The water wheels, which just in case. We're going to limit both of these storages to 3 stacks. Okay, that's going to be the water wheel. That's going to be the generator. So for the generator, I'm going to need electrical components. So that'll be electrical components. The electrical components are going to be ingots, which I don't have to worry about, and copper wire, which I do have to worry about. So that will be copper wire, because yep, copper wire is something I need, and that goes to copper. So that's one part of the generator. The other part is copper components, which we will run here, and that just needs copper ingots. Also, just because it's going to make things a lot easier for me in the long run. I'll set that there so I can run my ingots and stuff into here. One will be copper, one will be iron, and I can just pull it down into these machines. Okay, this guy. We're going to need the extract, which... Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll just shove the extract in here. So that's taken care of. We're going to need the gears. So the gears, which are called mechanical components, just need ingots and stuff. And then I need the frames, which the frames are just an unhealthy amount of iron. Wonderful. Blarg. Okay. Now, how do I want to do this? I think raw copper and iron ingots I'll run on the outside, and everything I can just pull over. No, raw copper and iron I'll run down the middle. That'll be the smart thing to do. And then everything else I don't need will come out of the sides. So, let us work our way back. You're going to need input of the frames and the thingamajigs. Ooh, I can't get much closer to the plant because of you. Okay, anywho. The components I can put into there. And then this guy I can run that way. Okay, so you're going to be an up. And then I'm going to run you down like that. That way we're keeping everything separate from the grabbers. So. You're just going to need an in for copper. 2 ins for there. So iron can just run to you. Okay, this is going to be the iron feed line. Actually going to... I don't need the filter inserters. You two are going to do that. And we'll do that for the intakes, which will save the rest Okay. Okay, so that's going to be... That's going to be running backwards, and it's going to be easier just to flip the whole line than it would be to just vamoose the whole thing. Okay, do... Okay. And you're going to be downwards. You're going to pop up and twisty twist like that. There we go. That's iron. And now to wrong part. I'm going to run the copper down the same line. Seriously, game? Yep. Yeah, that arrow is the way I wanted to go. Huh. The game just is bugging out with me today. Because I've run lines backwards before. I think I did that in the first episode. Definitely when we did the smelting array. Okay. So we have iron and copper going into this machine. That's the raw materials they both need. As they make them, they're going to shove them into this machine. And this machine's going to shove out water wheels, which I think it does stacks of 50. So that's 150 water wheels, more than I'll ever need for this area. Now to do this guy, because you need copper, you need copper. Which, again, just for simplicity's sake, we'll run that down here because I'm going to need more room. Because you need electrical components and the copper components. So, let's run the copper and the electrical components in there. And we'll pull this out here. And you will need copper. So run that down here. Okay, so that's one component it needs. And I'm going to pull off the copper line for that. So that one's all set. You're also going to need a copper in. And you're just for this guy, so. Run the copper in there. The copper parts. Okay, you need the actual copper, and I can't run you normal because the game's like wigged out on that. So that can go there and come down. And you need There we go. So that line's running good. That one's running. Okay, everybody's going the direction they should. You're not going the direction you need to. There we go. Okay, you need to be titanium. Iron. You need to be the silver metal. So, in theory, everything is hooked up properly. I just need to drop... I'll drop one stack of each in there. Actually, I'm going to give you 2 iron, because you're definitely going to be iron heavy. There we go. That'll be good enough. Because I'm definitely going to I'm going to pull up and over and down here. And just have those 2 systems run into all this. That way I can ignore it. You're producing parts. Actually, did I? Oh yeah, there's those going. You got that. We're just waiting for the wires, which we're going to be wrapping up right now. Yep, there we go. You got your parts, so you're going to start crafting. You would be all set if I wasn't an idiot. There we go. Oh. Here we go. We're just waiting on those components for that to happen. That. Oh, we're waiting on the mechanical components and enough iron frames. Okay. I mean, imagine at some point this is gonna bottleneck because this is nowhere efficient. But you know, to each their own, I guess. Okay. Actually. Let me get rid of you. We're going to slide you over. I don't care about you or you. That's going to go down there. One. You're going to come down here. Power. And that can be the replacer. Okay, you're backed up with bio bricks. So we're gonna just do that. Grab you. one of the fun things that you can do in this game is you can literally just line things up with your person when you do long paths like this. So that's our copper feed line. Which you're all backed up with biobricks, which is really good. And what I mean by that is I know this is going left and right, and I can base it off of my person. So, since I know I want it to be lined up with this, I just pretty much have to look at the squares here. Like, poof, hops right to where I'm looking, which is wonderful. I want you down here. Which conveyor belt. There we go. I was only short a couple. And while I'm thinking of it, doink. There we go. And just out of sheer curiosity, how much of the backlog did we go through? Not a lot. But hey, we're going to get more of the backlog now. Actually, do I have 32? Oh wait, I have the... Yeah, I have one of those. I just need 5 water wheels and we can go to the next level with Victor. Oh well, we have all we need. That's wonderful. Boink, boink. More stuff unlocked.
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
And we're not even pulling all of our power, which is great. But we are getting to the realm of we need blue things. I have yet to unlock those yet. Actually, no way, I did unlock them. I just don't think I can construct them yet. Yeah, I need a lot of regular cores, which we're going to figure that out eventually. RF, increase overall electrical output by a lot. And a couple things here I'm finding interesting. I definitely think a better smelter would be fun. Yeah, I can just get that one for free, and that's going to make the fuel that I'm using currently better.
If you've never even heard of Atlantum before, you might want to focus on the elevator for a while. Our smelters weren't built to burn it, so turning its ore into ingots also won't be as simple as iron and copper were. Start by threshing it into a powder. You'll also need to start supplying the production terminal with power from accumulators. See that big plug on the side of it? Yeah, a high voltage cable goes right in there with a voltage stepper on the other end. And make sure the stepper is on a floor with a good power network behind it. Try to find some time to explore it too. You've got more tools now to open some of the doors we've been finding signals for. Places where people might be trapped.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I'm not concerned about that just yet, Spark. What I am thinking is I want to let the system run because I got some generators, barely any power, water wheels. And one project that I've been avoiding is this. digging diagonally down to the elevator to do some stuff. So just because I don't want to bore everybody with a really, really long video of me digging an exciting hole, I think I'm going to dig the hole off camera, and then I'll come back and do it show everything off on camera. And if there's any audio clips and stuff, I'll replay them, because one fun feature I love about this game, because I've definitely gotten interrupted during a conversation.
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
If you've never even heard of Atlantum before,
You just
you might
replay
want to
everything.
focus on the elevator for a while. Our smelters weren't built to burn it, so turning its ore into ingots also won't be as simple as iron and copper were. Start by threshing it into a powder. You'll also need to start supplying the production terminal with power from accumulators. See that big plug on the side of it? Yeah, a high voltage cable goes right in there with a voltage stepper on the other end. And make sure the stepper is on a floor with a good power network behind it. Try to find some time to explore it too. You've got more tools now to open some of the doors we've been finding signals for. Places where people might be trapped.
So with all that said, a little bit shorter than what I normally do, but we got a good foundation started. So I hope you have a nice day, and until next time, bye-bye.